Good evening, everybody. This is Karen Donovan, your host for the GNW show. And tonight on Good News Wednesday, we're going to be talking about something very, very important. How to put on your socks and your shoes. So in this segment coming up, Strategies for a Happy Life, you must stay tuned for this. That's right. We are really delving into the basics tonight, folks. And for many of you that probably don't know this, at one time, early in my career, I was thinking of becoming a PE teacher. That didn't last really long, went a few different directions, but in the show, we never really talk about sports too much. And so I thought, there's a lot of really good analogies to the basics and being successful in life. And I came across some very interesting and awesome information about a coach by the name of John Wooden. And I'm sure you probably all know how many championships, college basketball championships, he led his team to. And he had a very unique strategy on how to help his players. And I've learned something very important. And if you are into sports at all, or even if you're like me and you just go walking, these things, if you pay attention to them, could mean a big improvement, and very analogous, obviously, to life. And it's about how to put your socks and your shoes on, because it's those little things that count. Now, I was thinking about doing a demonstration, but time did not permit. So use your imagination here and picture that you're getting up in the morning and you're going to go for a walk and you're going to put on your socks and your sneakers. So if you are like me, you rip your socks up there over your feet, and then you kind of slide into your sneakers that are already tied. But this would be a big no-no for Coach John Wooden. Now, what he had his players do at their first meeting was they all had to take off their socks and shoes. And one of the things that he did first was he showed them how to roll down their socks. Okay, picture that, roll down from the top down, and then start to slip them over their toe. I'm moving my foot as I'm doing this, and then smooth out any wrinkles. And then slowly go over the heel, and again, unroll the sock and smooth out any wrinkles without pulling the sock. Because when you pull the sock, I didn't know this, but you could get wrinkles in there. Now, why did he do that? You say to me, Karen, why are you talking about this? And I say, because you need to know that if you have wrinkled socks and you are out running, walking on the basketball court, on the tennis court, any kind of a court or a sidewalk, you could get blisters. and you will not perform very well if you have blisters. Then putting on your shoes is a whole other matter. You untie your sneakers and pull them open and slip them on your foot, and then tighten each eyelet each way, each one up until it's nice and tight, but not too tight. Tie it in a bow and then double tie it. Okay? Now that in very detail, maybe more detail than you want it, is how to put on your socks and your shoes. And I promised many people tonight that I was going to share this, and it's very important information. And what does this all have to do with anything? Well, not only don't you get blisters on your feet, but you can play the game a lot better. And you can perform a lot better because it's in the little things that we can become awesome. And it's the same way, now you know, it's the same way in life. It's the same way in business. It's the same way with your family. First of all, you cannot assume that your people that you're working with, whether it's, if it's on your job, if it's coworkers, if it's employees, if it's your family, if it's your kids, do they know the basics? And you say, oh, yeah, they know how to do everything that they need to do, but do they? And one of the things that Coach John said was that you need to never skimp on the hows. You can always emphasize the whys of why you should do this, why you should clean up your room, why you shouldn't have a dirty, room or floor or whatever. But you never should skimp on the hows. And, a lot of people, when they heard Coach Wooden tell them to take off their socks and shoes, like some of the, very famous players, were on his team at one time or another. And I'm sure they rolled their eyes and said, why do I have to learn how to do this? But once they got it, they got it. So if you want to be awesome in what you do, go back to the basics, pay attention to the little things. And you know what happens? We've talked before about the compound effect. Those little things, those little drops, they add up. And in the end, you too will become the best that you can be by going back to the basics. So we're happy to have you tonight, and we're glad you joined us. Please stay tuned for an answer to a question that several people have been asking me. Okay, so we've been talking about the basics, and now this is Real Estate Corner, and I got a question that kind of fit in with this. And it was, what are the basic appliances? That's right. Appliances that you need in your kitchen today. Okay. Now, whether or not you are just buying a house, or if you're setting up a new place, or you're refurbishing your kitchen, or just updating things, I've got 3 for you. I mean, I know there's a lot, and I know there's fancy gadgets, but we're talking about the basics tonight, folks. We're talking about things that you could really use and you could use frequently. So our first item up to discuss is a food processor. Now, a lot of people have a food processor and they don't ever use it. It's put away somewhere. But there's a lot of awesome things that you can make with a food processor, from I use it for like coleslaw, and I put apples and carrots and cabbage and all that good kind of stuff in there. You want one with different discs or blades, or both. Blades are good for cutting some things, and then discs for other things. I have a couple of friends who swear by the scallop potato slicer blade. I mean, there is no way you can cut up all those potatoes yourself, but when you have a machine that does those things for you, you know how much time that saves. It's those little things. It's back to the basics. Now, I've got a good food processor for you. I like the Cuisinart FP not 8 cup. Cuisinart FP 8 cup. Just look it up on all of these. You can look up on Amazon. I don't know about you, but I pretty much end up buying most things on Amazon these days. Anyway, that's numero uno, food processor. Number two, guess what it is? I got one, and it's great. It's not a slow cooker, because God bless them, but crock pots, they take forever, and we're in a hurry. So what do we get instead? We get an Instapot. Now, somebody recommended this to me, and I did away pretty much with my pressure cooker and my slow cooker, and it does everything. It's amazing. And it can do a pot roast. It can do it can do rice. It can do oatmeal, cut oatmeal, steel cut oatmeal. Just be careful it doesn't burn, but that comes out really great, and you can make a whole pot of that, and your family will love it. And then, for my piece de resistance, try making your Sunday gravy in there. For you who are not Italian, that means spaghetti sauce. Okay, and you can put anything in there. Like I put all kinds. I call it my 7 veggie sauce. And even if you use regular, really good, store brand sauce, and then put these vegetables in there, you can customize the whole thing and make it yours. Make your signature gravy for Sunday. I like the regular Instapot Duo. It runs about $139. And last but not least, some people say get, a really good blender, like, a Vitamix or blah, 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 blah. They're like $300. But I tell you what you're going to use most of all? You're going to use your NutriBullet, folks. And that is about $50. What do you use a blender for? Making smoothies, right? Probably. Most people do. Although there's other things you can make with the NutriBullet, but it's so easy, so convenient, and $50 on Amazon for the I guess it's the quart. They've got all different size, containers, and you can interchange them too, which is really cool. Okay, so that's the scoop on our basics, getting back to the basics in the kitchen. Hope you enjoyed it. And now we get to celebrate some very special people. That's right, folks. You heard it here first. We celebrate every week the people whose birthdays are this coming week. And so we will send them a personalized birthday cake. Now that's good. You want to know more about that? If you do, just send me an email at Karen@homesbydonovan.com with their name and their birth date. You don't have to give me the year. And I will announce their name on our show, and you can surprise them by having the show on. Okay? And we will also serenade them right now with the original birthday song. So without further ado, here are the folks who I have down that are celebrating a birthday this week. Fran Pfeiffer on September 22nd today, and also Joe Wood today. Congratulations to you too. Then we have Paul Lauka tomorrow, Kelly Sipos on the 24th, Jagmeet Betty, Nancy Riley, and Nancy Orcus on the 25th, and then Phyllis White on the 28th, Rebecca Hoffman and Joe Donovan on the 28th as well. So happy birthday to all of you, and here are our special wishes to you.
Celebrate, no debate. It's your day, so don't delay. Send in vibes, 'cause you survived. Your special day has now arrived. Send in cheer for you to hear. You're a VIP and your birthday's near. You're a blessing anyone can see. Loved by friends and family. Celebrate, no debate. It's your day, so don't delay. Send in vibes, 'cause you survived. Your special day has now arrived. Send in cheer for you to hear. You're a VIP and your birthday's here. So celebrate, 'cause it's your very special day.
And if we missed your birthday today, I apologize, or this coming week. But please let me know if you have a birthday coming up, and send me an email at Karen@homesbydonovan.com, and we'll be able to include them in our special celebration. All right. Now on to what you've been waiting for. I know, several people have told me they're very excited, but here we go. That's right, folks. Our virtual trivia contest is here again, and we've just got this week to go, and next week we have our grand prize drawing for the month of September, where everybody who won in the month of September gets to name who their favorite charity is, and the winner has their charity get a donation, and that's based on the number of people who play virtual trivia every week. So the more people who play, the more money we put in the pot to give to the charity. And some folks who were winners for this month have already told me what charity they want to donate to if they are the winners. So you got tonight, that's your last chance to play, to get in on the September Pay It Forward charity drawing. So here we go. Here's the question from last week. And if you've been listening to the show, you will already know the answer. There is a famous basketball coach that taught the basics of how to put your socks and shoes on. Who was this coach? A, Mike Krzyzewski. B, John Wooden. C, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or D, Ben Howland? And of course, the answer is John Wooden. And so if you guessed the answer and you entered the drawing by sending me an email at karen@homesbydonovan.com with your answer, or you entered via our Monday morning wake-up call entry form, which I tell you about in a minute, then your name is right here in this bucket. May I have a drum roll, please? Good drum roll. Okay, let's see who the winners are for tonight. Every week we pick 4 winners. Why do I pick 4 winners? Oh, because I want to make more people win. Okay, we have Maria Di Benedetto. Congratulations, Maria. We have Jeffrey Essling. Congrats, Jeffrey. We have Ken Conway. Congratulations, Ken. And we have Arif Jabral. Okay, so these are our 4 winners this week, and their name is going to go in the grand prize charity drawing so they can pick out who their favorite charity is that they would like us to donate to. Isn't that cool? A lot of people like that. I mean, I know people like winning, for themselves, but this is a bigger picture. All right, now we're going to go on to next week's question. Are you ready? Now, I got on this kick about sports, so I'm sticking to it. I think we can learn some more lessons from sports. And so the next week is going to be about team players, okay? So, a team, and I've often been told, it's not a single person solo sport. This has got to be where you're paying attention to your team members. I think it's a good learning experience. I learn as much as anyone does every week. Working together, agreeing on goals, and having each other's back. Okay? So those are some of the important things about team players. So with that in mind, here is our trivia question. How many different types of sports in the United States? Okay, we're not going to foreign countries, okay? So how many different types of sports in the United States are there that have at least 5 players on a team? So I'm going to say a team is 5 players or more. How many types of different sports in the United States would there be? Would there be A, 8, B, 15, C, 11, or D, 10? All right. And, maybe you'll stump me. I mean, maybe you'll come up with another number. I don't know. But try for one of those and see what we come up with. And then I will tell you next week. I know you can hardly wait. Who the types of teams are. I know you know a lot of them, but can you think of all of them? That's my question. All right, so we're glad that you joined us this evening. We hope that you too can get back to the basics so that you can experience success in your life. In the meantime, please stay safe and make it a great week. Until next time, I'm Karen Donovan. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
It's the Good News Wednesday show. Come on, kids, it's time to roll. Tell everybody that you know. Watch the Good News Wednesday show. Good News Wednesday's finally here. Let's stand up